Hey everybody, it's Preston here, aka Godzilla Hawk, and welcome to the 41 edition, 41st edition of the Q&A I've been doing for months and months now. I'm just going to get to the point here before we actually get to the more intriguing, more fun questions. I'd rather just say this right now just to get out of the way. I'm not going to talk about any more, just want to get out of the way. Unfortunately, we did have quite a few wrestling deaths today. We just found out. One being Volkov. I'm sorry I can't pronounce his first name, but he was a Soviet wrestler back in the golden age of wrestling. He unfortunately passed away. Then we have Brian Christopher, better known as Grandmaster Sexay, unfortunately passed away this year, earlier today. It's really hard. We've been having a lot of deaths recently, and there's a few more deaths that happened, but I don't remember really, except for independent wrestler by the name of Virgil Flynn recently. So I figured just talk about that very quick. That may they rest in peace, and hope their families and friends are doing well. I know Jerry Lawler's got to be devastated. So I just figure I'd say that and just at least acknowledge them for what they've done the business. With that said, now kind of shifting gears because I don't want this thing to be sad or anything or negative. Let's move on. So with that being said, I got my Q&A now. I said for unfortunate passing some wrestlers did happen, but you know I did acknowledge it. But I don't want this to be let's talk about the dead wrestlers. Like I don't like talking about death really. I really don't. So I just want to make this more fun. So it sucks what happens. Stuff like this has been happening, and it's horrible. It's terrible. Comes out of nowhere, but it happens. So with that being said, let's kind of move things forward. I mean, besides that, a lot of stuff in wrestling has happened. If this is your first time Q&A, pretty much in the chat room live. So pretty much there in the live chat, you could just comment and send me a question that's appropriate. I'll try to answer as best of my ability. I can't promise I'll answer every single question efficiently because some of them are a little tricky, really a little bit tricky, or just some of them might take too long and I just don't have the time for it. With that being said, you guys go ahead and just ask me some questions, comments. Kind of give you guys a little bit of time to go ahead and ask some questions or comments. Just no evolving the desk. I've already talked about it, and if you do ask me, I'm just going to talk about it during the beginning of the video. I'm not going to talk about it again. So I've already talked about it. I don't want to talk about that anymore. So with that being said, go ahead, ask away. Try ask appropriate questions. Try and make it not so complex questions, but you can ask me anything you want. So yeah, just go ahead and just hit away now. I'll go ahead and give you guys a few minutes to fill up the chat, and then once we do that, I'll start answering and commenting and comments and questions. All right, we got a few questions here I could talk about, but yeah, just keep commenting and chatting away. Get this video viral. I like more people to start chatting. Maybe a certain ginger with a certain entertainment channel that's global, maybe. I don't know, just speculation stuff like that. Maybe a certain I'm leaning towards X Pac fella. Who knows? No, Laura. I'm here. Wilfaro, give me the wave. Hello. No, Laura, are you Dragon Ball Z fan? I watched it a little bit when I was a kid, but I can't get into it now. It's just not my thing. Wilfaro number one, do you think Randy Orton firing? What did you think of Randy Orton firing shot at Bullet Club? He's just a dick. But then again, he's a dick in real life, and I would not be surprised if he felt like that. I'll say this: it got him some good heel heat. Um, got him some good heel heat. But yeah, sorry about that. Shoot, I'm sorry. Something happened in the background that was getting me distracted. God, sorry. If you can hear that, that's the bird. The bird's the biggest piece of shit we have in this house. It just doesn't shut up. So I apologize for that. Where was it? Oh, okay. The Randy Orton. I'll never be a Randy Orton fan ever again. He's still boring. He's lazy, in my opinion. But he seems more natural, at least on the microphone, when it comes to him being a heel, because he just seems more like it. Because he is a heel in real life. He is an asshole. He's a douchebag. So on that regard, I think it's cool. At least he's not boring as a character. But in the ring, I'm never going to get into him. I'll never get into him ever again. The last time I gave a shit about him was when he was the Legend Killer. A little bit when he was the Viper. But once he buried Christian, that was kind of like the low punch. I was done with that at that point. When you think of Godzilla King of Monsters trailer, I think it looks great. My biggest problem is the fucking name. Why did you name this movie Godzilla King of Monsters when there's already a Godzilla King of Monsters movie? In fact, it's the name of the original Godzilla film. I get you don't want to just call it Godzilla 2, but come on, why not do something a little different, like Godzilla Wrath of the Gods or Godzilla War of the Monsters, or just something? Why, out of all the names you could do, you do Godzilla King of the Monsters, which is the name of the original movie. In fact, this entire is more of a remake of Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. Think about it. Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah are all in this movie. And they're all in Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. It's pretty much a remake of that. And yet you're calling it Godzilla King of the Monster. It's just, yeah, talk about your mind blown on that part. But besides that, the trailer looked great. I'm really hyped for it. And I'm definitely looking forward to King Kong versus Godzilla, the remake, when it comes out in 2020. So definitely looking forward to that film. Did you see that terrible Jamie Lee Curtis interview? The interview confused Michael Myers with Jason. No, I did not. I didn't even hear about that interview all till now. Wow, I get too tall slashers that have knives for weapons and wearing masks, but come on. Jason wears a hockey mask and has a machete. Michael Myers has that large kitchen knife with a William Shatner mask. God, sometimes people kind of irritate me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out to see how terrible it is. Oh man, that's just embarrassing. Thoughts on the Women's Evolution pay-per-view coming out. Okay, so this is one of those things that people are talking about now. Now, this was rumored for a while next to the women's tag team title thing. So Eric and Women's pay-per-view. So originally it was gonna be TLC. It was gonna be Hell in a Cell, I think, in October. TLC September. And Clash of Champions in December. But apparently now, in September we're getting Hell in a Cell. We're getting the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view a month early. And then in October we're getting a women's pay-per-view. This Survivor Series, and it's TLC in December. So for a women's pay-per-view, say, like I said, you're asking me, which is great. I'm kind of I'm kind of glad I'm doing this by myself, because if I had Brandon here, he'd be negative on this. Knowing Brandon, he'd just be negative. I'll be more open-minded. I'm definitely curious seeing how this goes. Can it be a good show? Absolutely. Could it be a memorable show? Oh, heck yeah. But could it be a terrible show? Yes. Could it be a overhyped show? Yes. All we know so far is that we're getting at least 50 women for this show. We're getting the Raw Women's Championship, a SmackDown Women's Championship, the finals of the Mayhem Classic, and an NXT Women's Championship match on the show. That's all we've heard so far. So far, my biggest gripe with this so far is just the over promoting. If you want to promote, that's fine. Promote it maybe once on a Raw or SmackDown show. But honestly, they shouldn't be over promoting this, because it's not even October yet. We're almost August. SummerSlam should be the main priority. Then after that, focus on your next pay-per-view, which I believe would be Hell in a Cell. Then go all out with the women's pay-per-view. And you have less than 3 months. You have less than 3 months, and they're already over promoting. So I hope they cut back on the promoting stuff and then kind of just ease back a bit. And then once the pay-per-view starts coming up, like in the October month time, then you can start promoting it. So I'll nitpick on the whole over promoting thing. So my eyes, I'm definitely curious about it. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what happens. We just have to see with more information coming along, find out more info about this. The women's pay-per-view thing going on. What is your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh archetype? Mine is Elemental Heroes. Well, I'm sorry. I do like tunes. I'm a tune guy. I like the new red supports getting. I'm still trying to make my gimmick puppets. I don't know. I don't think I really have a favorite archetype. Yeah, I don't really think of a favorite archetype. Let's see. Do you think Joey should have beaten Mark American Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, I still think so. But then again, I know what it did. Yugi has to be the one to beat Mark, because he's good or evil. Who's the Joey Wheeler WWE? Oh my god. Oh. Shit. I'm legit thinking. Who's the Joey Wheeler WWE? Oh my god. I can't. I no. I can't do that one. That's wow. My brain hurts on that one. I have no answer for that one. Is Road Dogg only head writer for Raw now and not SmackDown anymore? I don't know. I want to know the answer. Because it's so weird. When Ryan Ward was in charge of SmackDown back in 2016, SmackDown was great. It was fun to watch. But then as soon as he left and Road Dogg was left in charge, SmackDown immediately became crap. And then now, for some reason, apparently Road Dogg's writing for Raw. But yet people are still saying Road Dogg still writes for SmackDown, but yet SmackDown has actually been getting better. So I don't know what's going on. I legitimately don't know what's going on. Please, seriously, someone tell me who's on the writing team for Raw and SmackDown. Like, mainly SmackDown now. I legit want to know. Because if Road Dogg seriously writing SmackDown, then I don't even know. Like, it just doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. Because when Road Dogg was writing earlier, the show was crap. But if Road Dogg's still writing SmackDown now, how is it good? Like, I don't get it, unless maybe Road Dogg realized, hey, I've been writing crap and I decided to step up my game. So maybe that's it. Maybe Road Dogg is writing SmackDown and he just said, you know what, I've been in the Raw and I kind of step up my plate and he's been doing a good job. Maybe that's what it is. Or maybe Road Dogg's just on Raw permanently, and that would explain why Raw's been even more unbearable. But then somebody else is writing SmackDown. I legit want to know right now. Tell me right now. I don't know the answer. Who's writing for SmackDown and who's writing for Raw? I want to know that right now. So anyone can answer that question for me. Please let me know. Did you see the Total Bells All In trailer? No, I did hear about that, and wow, I mean, seriously, that's all I have to say is just seriously. Can we agree that that the Rebecca WWE is Stefan? Oh, you mean Stephanie? I think that's what you meant, Stephanie. Well, unfortunately, Stephanie's still a grown woman, and Rebecca always had a crush on Yuki, but Stephanie doesn't have a crush on Roman because she's married to Triple H. So, I mean, I could kind of see your point, but I don't know. Can we say that Yama Yuki of WWE is Roman Reigns? Yeah, but at least at least Yuki actually gets cheered and he's actually still liked by everybody. Is Miz the Ric Flair of this generation? I wouldn't go that far. Ric Flair was on a whole different level to in-ring work and promos. Even though I was a fan of Ric Flair, I'll say Miz right now is one of the most improved performers in a long time. For years, I've never been a fan of Miz. I never liked the Miz. I thought he was dull. I thought it was boring. I thought his in-ring work was dull. But ever since 2016, ever since he came to SmackDown with that Intercontinental Championship, the guy's been a great mouthpiece. The guy's improved in the ring. He's been having some awesome matches. He's been having some great feuds. He's already his feud now with Bryan finally. So Miz is really doing well for himself. So I'm really proud of him right now. Even though I'm not the biggest Miz fan still, I at least respect what he's been doing now in and out of the ring a lot more than I did like years ago. So props to the Miz and WWE in particular for what they're doing with the Miz currently right now. What they're doing has been great. So looks like I can cut. Okay. All right, I'll answer this one, and then hopefully by then more comments and questions will get built up. Alistair Black versus KMA or Kota Ibushi versus Rey Mysterio? Oh my god. Oh, like if you had told me Rey Mysterio like a few years ago, where he was getting more fat, he was more slow against Kota Ibushi, oh, I would go Omega black and heartbeat, but because of Rey Mysterio, how he is now, like he's wrestling like he hasn't aged a bit against Kobe. Oh my god. I think Omega Black still. I think I would look forward to more, but I think Mysterio Kobushi would be a great match. I honestly think that would still be fun. Should the Miz and Bryan main event WrestleMania 35? Under one condition. If it's for the WWE Championship. Because I still think you need a world title in the main event. And in my opinion, the WWE Championship is still the most prestigious title ever. In any wrestling organization, that's the title you want. But yet they're treating it like a mid-card title at the moment. Whether you give it to Bryan later on in the year, maybe Bryan beats Joe, then maybe Miz wins the Rumble or something. You could do it that way, or you can have Joe fail, which I really don't want him to. Maybe AJ and Miz wins the title, Bryan wins the Rumble finally, goes on. Either way, I think if you're gonna do that match at WrestleMania 35, you need to. I think it should be for the WWE Championship, depending on what they do. It doesn't have to be for WWE Championship. If they fight WrestleMania, it doesn't have to be for the title. But if they're going to main event, in my eyes, it has to be for the title. Just my personal preference. Would you like to see Bellatons versus the Iconics at WWE Evolution? I would rather see the Bellatons versus Trish Stratus and Lita. I think that would be a bigger match to see. That's just me personally. Thoughts on Grandmaster Sexy Pants? Okay, I'm not going to talk about that. I already talked about that during the beginning of this video. I'm not going to talk about. I'm not going to talk about any of the wrestlers passing away anymore. I talked about that briefly in the beginning of this video. I don't want to talk about that. So, no more of that, please. If you want my thoughts on it, go to the beginning of this video. Here's a few covers down, Brian. Wait, here's a few covers down, Brian, or came in. Here's a few. Okay, what do you mean by here's a few? Okay. Oh, maybe here's a few options. Okada versus Dan Bryan or Kenny Omega versus Triple H. I think Okada and Dan Bryan would be by far superior match. But I think Omega and Triple H would be a bigger marquee match. But Okada and Dan Bryan would be the better wrestling match. Ricochet versus Ray or Ricochet versus Kenny Omega. Well, we've actually seen Ricochet versus Rey Mysterio. I probably would rather see Ricochet versus Kenny Omega 1-1 because I don't know if we've ever. Actually, I think we have gotten that in probably PWG at least one time. But Ricochet and Rey Mysterio, we've gotten that before. If you don't believe me, go watch Lucha Underground. Ultimate Lucha Dos, I think it was the main event. It was Rey Mysterio versus Prince Puma, which that was Ricochet at the time. That was a very good match. I'm calling out Angel Styles retains SummerSlam. I think they're going to turn Joe and Styles into an actual feud this time. I think I could see AJ retain, like similar how Balor retained against Joe in their feud in NXT, kind of almost like a fluke win, like a roll of some kind. And then that sets up a rematch for them at Hell in a Cell. And then maybe do the rubber match where Joe finally wins the title then. And then maybe do the rubber match at Survivor Series or at the next pay-per-view. Because if they're still going to do Raw vs. SmackDown, they're probably not going to have a WWE title match at Survivor Series. They might hold that off until TLC, and they can do maybe a ladder match or something, or some sort of stipulation, another stipulation match in a final. Maybe a TLC match or something. But I would not be surprised if AJ won, but I will be rooting for Joe. Because I think Joe's long overdue of a title match. Or at least a title, a championship. Okay, let's see. We have a couple more. Survivors of Connor Kobushi versus Seth Rollins. Kobushi versus Seth Rollins. I would rather say that. Aleister Black, I think he's great and everything, but I'm not the biggest diehard fan of Aleister Black. You know, I like Okada, but he's not one of my favorites either. However, Seth Rollins is one of my favorites currently in WWE, and Kobushi is an amazing talent. I really like him. So I think I would rather be more interested in Kobushi Seth Rollins than anything. Naito versus Johnny Gargano, or Young Bucks versus the return of DX. I'd probably go with Naito or Johnny Gargano as a better wrestling match, but Young Bucks and DX, and I'm assuming DX has Triple H and Shawn Michaels for better marquee match. Naito versus the Velveteen Dream. Oh, how interesting would that match be? The characters, the in-ring style, how intriguing is that? Really thinking about that of Naito's gimmick and Velveteen Dream's gimmick. God, that would be very fun. I think that would be a very fun match to see. Thoughts on Sami Callihan? Well, I like him in well, honestly, in NXT, he didn't do anything for me because they didn't really do much. And Lucha Underground's Jeremiah Crane, I really like him. I like him, but Brandon loves Jeremiah Crane. He's a big Jeremiah Crane fan. And then Sami Callihan in TNA, he seems to be doing good. Again, I don't watch TNA. If you want me to be honest, I did watch Pentagon and Sami Callihan, which I thought was good, but I don't think it was as great as a lot of people made it out to be. That's just my personal opinion. I've seen way better, but I thought it was still very good. Honestly, if I watch anything Impact, it's for Shotzi Blackheart because I'm friends with her and everything. That's about it. But I just watch the clips on YouTube, stuff like that. But I don't watch Impact. But Sami Callihan, he seems to be doing great right now, so he's doing a good job, and I do like him in the John Ground. So, who should face The Rock at WrestleMania 35? I say AJ Styles. Well, see, here's my problem. I don't really want The Rock to wrestle WrestleMania 35. I don't really care if he comes back or not. I've never been a Rock fan. I heard they're going to do him and Roman Reigns, which, it's just, I don't know. Like, I really don't care. There's other matches where I see AJ Styles and I want to see Styles and Shawn Michaels, Styles Undertaker, Styles with Finn Balor. There's so many other matches I'd rather see. So yeah, I don't know about that one. So let's see here. Imagine Naito and the Dream as a tag team. It would be hella fun. It'd be intriguing, I'll tell you that. CJ Parker is doing great in Japan. Sakadori you messed up. Yeah, that's one of the few times NXT did kind of mess up. I'm not gonna lie. I never got into CJ Parker in WWE. Like he didn't do anything because they never did anything with him. I couldn't get into him. But as soon as he came to New Japan, he has a character. He's doing great for himself. His promos are awesome. I love his freaking promos. I think one of my favorite promos from, well, probably one of my favorite wrestling promos ever now is that freaking promo he had, promo his match with Jay White, G1 Special, where he talked about like, I'm gonna shoot, what was it like, rainbows out, rainbows are gonna shoot out my nipples, and bald eagles are gonna come out my asshole. I'm just like, what happened? Where was this guy NXT? This guy has such personality on New Japan. It's awesome, and he's doing very well for himself. So, yeah, I'm a big Juice Robinson fan in New Japan. Naito versus Goldust or Naito versus Dan Bryan? Naito versus Dan Bryan, not even close. Thoughts on Mustache Man versus Strong Cow game? If I start match for Dave Master, I think the finish was done with the towel. First of all, Dave Master gave that match 5 stars. I was very surprised. I thought the match was great. However, I'm going to disagree with you on the ending. That ending was brilliant. No, really think about this. When was the last time someone has submission put on them for that long, and then their own partner decided to throw in the towel? What pretty much happened was he threw away the tag titles to save his mentor, to save his partner. That is great character development for a top babyface. Think about it. In WWE and mainly on main roster, what would normally happen? Oh, they get a submission, they need to submit, or it'd be a DQ finish, or it'd be a cliche like pin or submission type of thing. But really think about it. Trent Seven, the whole story was Trent Seven was worked over on the leg the entire match. He got worked on submissions throughout the entire match. One time got held in for like 3-4 minutes. Then the second time around, he got held in for 3-4 minutes again as well. And he kept on fighting it. He refused to tap. And Tyler Bate was scared. He thought that oh man, his leg's gonna get broken. He's gonna be injured. Like what do I do? And he had no choice. He thought of the towel. Like, should I throw it? Should I throw the towel to save my friend, or do I let him continue to fight, and so we could retain the titles? And he did the thing. What he did was he believed he did the right thing, and that was throwing the towel to save his friend. He forfeited the tag titles to save his friend, to save his mentor. So Kyle O'Reilly and Rostron become champions again, but they didn't beat them by submission or pinfall or even dirty tactics. They lost due to forfeit by surrendering thanks to Tyler Bate. So it's great storytelling for spoiler when they fight again at Takeover. Takeover Brooklyn. It adds more story to their match. So now you want to see them Mustache Man get their titles back because they technically really only lost because of Tyler Bate throwing the towel. So it creates more drama, creates more development to the storyline with this whole thing. So honestly, I loved that ending. That ending was brilliant. I'm glad they went with that route. And now I'm really looking forward to their third match that they do because I've seen all their matches so far. They have yet to have a bad match. So I'm really looking forward to see what they can do in Brooklyn now. Especially they can even do the story of the leg. Maybe the leg is still hurt and they can build that up again. There's so much they can do with that, and I love it. Did you see Graham team with Eugene? No, I don't watch a whole lot of Graham's toy show, unfortunately. If you could have one dream match happening in wrestling, what would it be? Sting versus Undertaker. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Immediately, Sting versus Taker. That's a match that should have happened at WrestleMania 31. That, as soon as Sting was in WWE, that was the first match people want to see. I still think it should have been Triple H versus Sting at Royal Rumble to get more marquee value on freaking Royal Rumble, and then you don't have to have Sting wrestle at Fastlane, so he gets some time off, and you build up Taker versus Sting at WrestleMania 31. And even Fastlane, you could do like a little segment or something where maybe like Taker accepts the Sting's challenge, and from there you build up. And keep in mind, I would not have Taker's streak end by freaking Brock Lesnar. I have the streak still intact. I would not have Taker lose the streak until he fought Bray Wyatt at next year's, which would be WrestleMania 32. Just saying. How come they didn't call War Machine War Engine? War Engine just sounds stupid. I'm sorry. I prefer War Raiders than War Engine. War Engine just sounds just stupid. I'm sorry, War Engine? War Engine. That's just one of the dumbest names I've heard. You know what? Screw that. After hearing that, I'm glad they called War Raiders. War Engine. That does not fit them whatsoever. War Engine. We can't call War Warriors. That just sounds too much like Road Warriors. Yeah, just call it War Raiders. Better than War Engine. My opinion, though, that's my personal opinion. War Engine just sounds really lame. Agro versus Koibushi. Oh, Agro, especially in his prime. Oh, oh, man. Oh, mwah. Just, mwah. Let's see. Shawn Michaels came in the showstopper. Oh, that'll be great. Edge versus AJ Styles or Triple H versus AJ Styles. Edge versus AJ Styles, I think, would have been better match. Especially Edge in his prime and better. We'll continue asking. All right, guys, I'm back. Just me and the microphone for a sec. Yeah, give me a sec, guys. The chat kind of got locked out for a sec. Let me go back here. I lost the chat for a sec. Let me go. Yeah, here we go. Okay, we're back. All right, so let's see. Edge versus Naito or Naito versus Stone Cold. I'd rather go Edge versus Naito. Did she Mission Impossible fall? No, I did not. I'm not a big Mission Impossible fan. So. My favorite ring announcer is the New Japan announcer. Oh, I love it when they speak Japanese. It's just so much fun, especially when they say Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho. It's amazing. Did you ever watch Dragon Ball Z? I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because literally the first question of this chat was, "Do I watch Dragon Ball Z?" And I responded the same way, like I watched it as a kid, but I don't watch it now. Like I'm just not into it. So I just thought that was funny. Also, Dewey wanting to sign in Helico. He would be great in 205. Did he actually want to sign in Helico? Really? He is 190 pounds. That'll be something. I think he'd be a main roster guy, but 205 Live now being good, I wouldn't complain. Does Braun Strowman's voice every time he's on mic sound like Hulk Hogan? He kind of does a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Now you thought about it. Should they create a junior division? No, that's pretty much what the cruiserweight division is. It's the junior division. They already have their. You want to really create two different junior divisions? No, you already have the cruiserweight division. You don't need another junior division. Rush Hour versus Andre the Giant. I would not care for that match. That would be kind of dull. But I probably have. I probably yeah. No, I'm sorry that match just doesn't do it for me. What push are they giving heel Randy Orton? What do you mean what push? I don't know. Maybe a feud with Jeff Hardy. Maybe my prediction is a triple threat with him, Hardy, and Nakamura for the U.S. title at SummerSlam. Maybe. Jushin Liger versus co-commissioner Tyler Bate versus Naito. That's kind of a tie. Do you have a favorite Dragon Ball Z character? Sherman? Sherman? I think that's how you pronounce it. It's pretty much the dragon. that's literally it. The dragon. Why doesn't MTV play more good music? I don't know. I don't even watch MTV. See, very Yu-Gi-Oh character. Joey Wheeler. I'll probably say, but Yami Bakura and then Rex Raptor. Favorite Pokemon. Um, I'm not really a big Pokemon fan, but if I had to pick, I'll probably pick Rayquaza or Rayquaza. Prefer her. Okay. What is your favorite wrestling podcast? Mine is Going Raw. It's weird. I don't listen to a whole bunch of wrestling podcasts. I think the Stone Cold one's pretty good. The Edge of Christian's not is not bad at all. But I think it might be the Talk is Jericho. That's the one I kind of listen to the most. I usually listen to that when I used to be at my old job. Um, or sometimes when I work, or sometimes when I was at my other job, I kind of do like clean up other like kind of sorting stuff out. I was able to listen to some music, and I would listen to some podcasts, Jericho podcasts. Listened to the Samoa Joe, Alexa Bliss, uh, just a few, and I think those are very good. Do you know everybody that wrestles in Japan? No. Just because I've been watching New Japan a lot, I don't know everybody. I know I've gained a lot more knowledge of it, but I literally don't know every single person that wrestles in Japan. Because if you're talking about Japan, you're also talking about New Japan, DDT, and there's still other wrestling promotions I am not aware of in Japan. So how about having the world champions of WWE versus New Japan versus ROH? Oh, I see. So like I see. So the WWE champions AJ Styles, New Japan champions Kenny Omega, and then the world champions of Ring of Honor is Jay Lethal. So what you're saying is like kind of doing what they did Cyber Sunday, where they did Booker T, Big Show, and John Cena, who were WWE champion, World Heavyweight champion, ECW champion, do like a three-way. That'd be kind of interesting to see. I start my senior year of high school this Thursday. Well, good luck. At least you're almost done with school. Who won the first IWGP champion? Oh, who was? Let me find out right now. So the first champion was crowned in 1987. It was under a guy by the name of Antonio Inoki. Inoki, I think that's how we pronounce it. Antonio Inoki, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Best shoot promo wrestling. I can't do that one because there's too many great ones like Paul Heyman, CM Punk, just to name a few. Who would you watch? Would you watch TNA if AJ Styles returned? Maybe, but I think AJ's fine right now. Like I don't think he's gonna go back to TNA. But then again, he could because of now how management is now. Apparently, Impact's getting better. But it all just depends. I had a great birthday 2 weeks ago. Well, good for you, man. I really hope you actually did have a good birthday. Let's see. I'll go ahead and ask a couple. I'll answer a couple more questions, and then I'm gonna head on out. Here's a only go back to TNA for the Hall of Fame. Saber by ruin so much else. Most likely, yeah. Do you know who was the first WWE champion? Son of a gun. Uh, looks like Buddy Rogers might have been the first WWE champion. Matt Riddle is the next RVD in WWE. I've heard a lot of things about Matt Riddle. I don't know a lot about him, but I am definitely curious to see what they do with him. What new titles should WWE create? I don't think they should create any new titles unless it's in terms of new titles. I don't think they should create any. Honestly, I think they got enough now. But if you are going to do anything with anything involving championships, I say redo changes. Like for Raw tag team titles, like change one. Maybe I would take the Raw tag team titles and change the designs. I take the Raw Women's Championship and change its design, and then I would change the Universal Championships design. Plain simple. But I think that's pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video off, this Q&A off. Thank you so much for sending me your questions and comments. More stuff will be announced later on. Probably SummerSlam live reactions. I definitely want to take over Brooklyn live reactions. We'll wait and see what happens. But either that, take care, all my peeps. Have a good night, a good evening. I'll see you guys next time.